Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Moltrap here, coming at you with another StarCraft 2 commentary. And this is going to be a best of series. This is going to be a series of games from the Craft Cup, number 35. Good luck, have fun, GG. Good luck, have fun. Coming from beastyqt. So, Beasty is going to be the yellow Terran player here at the left side of the map. And DIMAGA, none other than DIMAGA, is going to be the red ZerG player at the kind of top rightish area of the map. This is from the finals, and I have a confession to make before we get it too far into this game. Ladies and gentlemen, I am addicted to casting StarCraft 2 because I was like, alright, well, I'm going to just cast one game and I'm going to take care of other stuff that I need to do. And that was the game I uploaded previous to this series. And then I saw this series, I was like, oh, I have to cast more. I think I might have been able to stay sober for a little bit longer, but I looked up, I was going to check to see, I was thinking about doing one of these games, and I looked up Craft Cup to see what it was about. I've seen it around a lot, but I hadn't really looked into what it was. It's basically just a very small scale, well, it's not small scale actually, it's a small prize pool tournament, a European tournament, and they have it every week, I believe. And it's only like a $20 prize pool or something like that, but it attracts a lot of really good players. So anyway, so I went to look it up and I found out some of the hype around this series, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have to cast this. This is the finals. This is the finals of this event, and they usually have at least a few hundred players apparently, and it narrows down all the way to the top two. Beastie is going to go for a 2 barracks build, by the way. This is Terminus Re, by the way, the new one of the new GSL maps, and when I say new, it's been around for a month since the previous GSTL. And there are some new maps already for the new GSTL, by the way. I'm going to try and, as soon as I can get a copy of those maps, I'm going to try and, but they might not release them until the next season, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm going to try and do some map previews. Point being, this is a new map. I wanted to do some games on this new map, and so here we go. And that drone is going to go right in, and, oh, it doesn't go all the way in. That was kind of he tried to keep the drone instead of scouting. He really should have just run in so he could see what was going on with these gas, although usually you don't see gas with the 2 barracks anyway, so it's kind of all he needed to see was the 2 barracks. He's going to go ahead and, what is he doing? Is he not getting gas? Maybe he feels that he can't afford to get that gas right now because there is a 2 racks build. He's going to need as many drones and minerals for Zerglings as possible. Speed will not be up in time to deal with the 2 racks rush, which is coming sort of slowly and steadily. This drone running away, trying to be kind of on the outside. Anyway, this is the finals, and both these players have gone through a lot. DIMAGA, of course, is a very strong player. He had a very tough road to get to this point. And here he is in the finals, and drone's coming off the line to deal with his 2 racks. He's going to try and probably put down a bunker. Yes, there's the bunker. Whoop. Oops, sorry about that. Bunker is going down. Drone's chasing these Marines, trying to pick them off before they can get into that bunker. A few drones dealing with the SCV. The SCV goes down. If he can take out that last SCV before the bunker finishes, it looks like he probably will be able to. Yes! Bunker goes down, gets canceled. He's going to be able to put drones back on the minerals, and losing very little, actually. If we look at the units lost tab, only lost 4 units, 4 drones in that whole exchange, and he's actually doing okay, and Harvester's not too far behind at this point, so well fended off by DIMAGA. In any case, so here's why this is so awesome. First of all, DIMAGA, a very good player. Top level player. Whoa, that's a lot of Zerglings coming out for DIMAGA. He may have made those in the heat of battle, but now he's got a lot of Zerglings, and he needs them actually for these extra Marines, and he's going to corner them into a corner. Oh no, there's no getting away for you Marines, but they may be able to fight their way out of it just barely. No, the last few Zerglings pinging those last couple in the corner. 2 Marines, 2 Zerglings, and the Marines barely win. Whoa, epic battle. I did not think that those Zerglings were going to be able to do, well, I thought they were going to own those Marines a lot better, but they did back into a corner, which meant they couldn't micro, but it also meant that there was a lot less surface area for the Zerglings to surround. Wow, anyway, if DIMAGA might even consider getting out, he's got to finally balance his production of Zerglings and drones at this point, because he needs to keep making drones, but he also needs to be able to defend against these Marines, and that's why I was thinking he might even be thinking about getting a spine crawl at this point. He is getting speed, just producing lots of Zerglings at this point. And he has caught up in drones with 22 drones now. In the meantime, Beastie is transitioning. He's going ahead and getting 2 factories, actually. That's kind of interesting. He might decide to go mech. I mean, obviously you make mech units out of a factory, but it might also just be, you know, Hellions into a larger bio build later on. Here comes some more Marines coming in here, trying to micro back. Zerglings this time too many for those Marines, and they do get swarmed and taken out. Now it's going to be DIMAGA's turn to maybe counterattack with these Zerglings. He's going to run them across the map. Speed is about to finish in just a little bit, and he's actually got Baneling Nest about to finish as well. So this could be a timing. Oh, that's Marine. Oh, no. Whoa. Oh, wow. Luckiest Marine. Oh, nope. Not luckiest Marine ever. I thought they were going to leave that Marine alone. But he left one Zergling to take care of it. And he's going to try and run in here before the wall can complete. But the wall is pretty much completed, and he's going to back off. I think he might be able to sneak around here around the side, but it won't do him any good at this point. Especially because Baneling Nest is just finished. Is he going to morph some Banelings and go for a bust? He could very well do that. There's only, there's not very many units in those bunkers, actually. He's just going to run in, straight run by. Actually, he should have done this a little bit earlier if he was planning on it. And he gets a lot of Zerglings up into the main. He's at the very least going to scout what's going on. Sees a third factory. And oh, these guys are going to morph into Banes. There we go. Baneling's morphing in the back. I like that. He split up his forces. Will Beastie see that? Will Beastie see that he split off those few units? While these Zerglings are running around, oh my gosh, these Banelings, they're going to run straight into the mineral line and try and just destroy as many as possible. Hellions are out. He's actually producing Blue Flame as well on another Hellion, but he's going to need to, oh, he's going to need to, no, he actually draws the Hellions over with those Zerglings. He should have distracted the other direction with the Zerglings. Banelings going after those SCVs. They're clumped in a corner. No! He could kill all of them! Oh! Kills a good number of them. Kills a bunch of Marines as well. Wow. Another Baneling is being produced somewhere back at home for defense in case he does decide to counterattack. Wow. Again, units lost tab pretty even in general. So, not too bad there. And the front door is now completely secure, though. 3 bunkers. Nice little wall with the barracks. There's no way he's going to be able to get more units in there. I think that could have been far, far worse. But it also could have been a lot better for Beastie. He clumped up all of his SCVs here for a moment. He thought he'd run them away far enough. He didn't think those Banelings were going to get all the way there. But they did. Anyway, Beastie's going to counterattack now. Got some Blue Flame Hellions running across the map. Gonna check this watchtower just in case real quick and just make their way across the map. See if they can run by. I don't think they are gonna be able to run by at this point. Nice little wall by DIMAGA. Alright, so to get back to the hype a little bit here. Now that things have settled down since 3 minutes into the game, they're already like going hardcore. Beastie, this is his 10th time in the finals. I don't know how many he's won, but Beastie, you know, he's not like a big name that you hear about a lot. But this is like, you know, the Craft Cup is like his thing, you know. There's been 35 Craft Cups and he's gotten to the finals of 10 of them. So he has done that a lot. And so it's basically, you know, kind of a known player versus local champion kind of a matchup here in a sense. Anyway, I know Beastie's done other stuff as well. He's just not as well known. In any case, look at this little depot just sticking out of the creep. I like how DIMAGA has these forces, just some Zerglings and a couple Banes around just in case. Banes on the ramp. Banelings actually do pretty well against Hellions. It doesn't seem like they would, but Banelings actually do fairly well against Hellions because Hellions don't get their damage bonus to the Banelings, and the Banelings do get their damage bonus to the Hellions. So it's kind of interesting how that works. Hellions, of course, still pretty good against Banelings if they can be microed properly, but centrifugal hooks just finished. That means these Banelings are now super speedy, and that, especially on creep, that means that those Hellions are not going to be able to micro very well against them at all. It's going to start creeping out. Third base is up, and Spire's going up as well. Income tab, yeah, he's been droning like mad in the meantime. He said, okay, I did enough damage with that. I'm just going to drone like crazy. Also, you know, he couldn't really go in here and attack, and Beastie has been attacking with these Hellions. Is he actually going to be able to run some in? He's going to run him straight up here. There's no wall. He actually might be able to get in. Oh, he's going to bank to the left and target down some of these Zerglings. It's doing a good job of that. He's to micro. And oh, the Zergling's getting a little bit of a surround, doing some damage, but half the Zerglings are down. Only a few Zerglings left if that Baneling lands. That'll be huge. Baneling taking out 2 Hellions. 1 Hellion remains with 14 kills on it. Oh, man. And it single-handedly roasts 1 more drone before becoming destroyed. Before morphing into destroyed. Wow. So, nice little Hellion harass. Those 14 kills were worth those 7 Hellions, and I know he got more than those 14 kills. So nice little harass there, very, very well done by Beastie. In any case, and actually you can see he's almost evened up the harvester count. He was ahead. DIMAGA droned back up a little bit, but in the meantime, Beastie was making SCVs as well, and he's of course got the mule, so he's actually ahead in income because of those mules. In any case, Zerg's starting to get his, DIMAGA's starting to get his upgrades going. His Evo Chains over here. He's a little bit behind. Actually, it looks like they're about on the same pace as far as weapons, but Beastie is knocking an armor upgrade. Here's the Mutalisks. I mentioned the Spire earlier. Here's the result of the Spire. Mutalisks are out to harass now, and this is going to be a pretty classic Zerg harass technique. He's able to expand over here because now he's got these Mutalisks out. He's producing tons of Zerglings. He's not even producing more Mutalisks at this point. That's kind of interesting. He's just harassing with these mutas. There are not enough mutas to deal with any turrets, though, so he's basically just has to harass this perimeter, and once a few Marines get in here, he's going to have to fall back. So not the best harass, actually. You kind of need... Oh, and he's actually going to lose a couple Mutalisks. He loses 3 Mutalisks there. Might lose a 4th if he goes back in, which he's going to try and do, and not the best targeting down. He really wants that refinery, but it's being repaired, I believe. Yes. Being repaired, so not going to affect any damage there. And I just noticed there's some kind of weird stuff going on this little platform in the middle of nowhere. That's kind of random. In any case, so he has built more Mutalisks in the meantime. He's getting +1 weapons for those air units, so he is going to be devoting more to those Mutalisks, +2 armor on the way in the meantime for the ground units. So he is getting ahead in upgrades. He's staying about even, but he's getting the armor upgrades and the attacks at the same time for the ground units, so he's really investing in these Zerglings. And this is something that actually, I think it was DIMAGA actually that I saw some European Zerg was, I did some replays of him before, and he was getting really, really bullish on the early upgrades because he wanted the Zerglings to be especially effective. And actually attacking his engineering bay, he needs to get repair that engineering bay, otherwise he's going to be way behind. His +1 armor is being researched at that eBay, and he's actually just going to counterattack. He's going to sack his engineering bay, sack his armor upgrade, not even try and repair it, and just move out here. He's got a ton of siege tanks. Oh my god, I wasn't even paying attention to the front there. Sieging up just in time. Zerglings coming in. He needs this. He stims and runs away. Banelings crashing into those siege tanks are going to take out a couple. The roaches might be able to clean up. Oh man, that was actually huge. Taking out all those siege tanks. The Marines were not quite in the right place. He should have, I think, gone into attack mode with them a little bit sooner in order to take care of those Zerglings a little bit. Those Mutalisks are still just having a ball, having to fall back a little bit, although they're not going to have any, not going to do any good back here. He's having to fall back. Infestors are out. He's got a lot of Banelings. They are speed upgraded. This is creep. He did clear out the creep, but it's going to clear out very slowly. This one tumor is going to enable a good creep route up to those units. Anyway, Zerglings coming in to take the hits. Infestors running in. They're going to try and fungal everything to keep them in place. The Banelings do not land on the Marines at all. The last Baneling finally lands on those Marines. If he'd fungal those Marines, would have been a lot more effective, but it looks like DIMAGA might hold this after all. Medivacs are out, though, making those Marines a lot more effective. There's the fungal. Nicely done. He's going to toss out some infested Marines as well to try and shoot down. Is he going to be able to shoot down those? He does shoot down the Medivac with forces in it. The other one escapes barely and is still a little bit in danger. In any case, loading up another drop, though. Beastie is really, really deciding, you know, he's going to, well, never mind. He's not loading up drop, actually. This drop is going to continue, but DIMAGA has forces everywhere. And actually, if we look, where is he going to go with this? I don't know where he's going to go. He's going to go all the way over here, and oh, this expansion over here, he's going to target that, I guess. I don't even know if he I don't know if he even knows if it's there. No, he doesn't, but he's going to suspect that there's extra bases around. Going in with another push as well, though. 4 siege tanks in the mix. 5 siege tanks, rather. He needs to siege up now. He does siege up. He sees them coming. He stims. He spreads his Marines. He's going to, this time, attack the Zerglings this time. Banelings coming in are going to take out some of the Marines that are get fungled in place. And infested Terrans popping out to clean stuff up as well. Beautifully, beautifully played. These infestors are a little bit vulnerable. He needs to kind of fall back a little bit. Infested Terrans, they're kind of cute the way they wobble around, actually. They're kind of, you know, like a little child, you know, kind of taking its first steps, its first zombie steps and then exploding as its life force runs. Okay, that was kind of a bad thing to think about. Anyway, I'm sorry I missed a drop going on over here. We'll go back for just a moment to check out the result of this drop. He is going to get several drones. I am trying to keep track of things on the minimap, like I said in my last commentary. So I'm sorry, but I was really, really excited about the way those infested Terrans move. Looks like this drop does get fought back pretty easily. The infester actually can single-handedly shut down that drop, basically, because one fungal will take the drop out, essentially. Well, maybe a couple fungals. Anyway, Beastie is really trying to push out here, though. Gonna push out and build another base out here at this forward expansion. If he planetaries that, that will actually be really good, because then he'll have a forward position to use for his pushes here. He's gonna compensate. He sees exactly what forces are up in the front. He sees that single Mutalisk, actually, and that single Mutalisk is all he really needs to see to know that more Mutalisks are being produced. So he knows he needs to be careful with his drops, because Mutas are now in play again. I don't see what happened to that dropship, to be honest. Just as I say, I'm trying to pay more attention to it. I think it might have come over here and dropped it again. Yeah. One kill. Anyway, here's those Marines coming in. He's been able to siege up a little bit forward. Whoa, some kind of pause happened or something like that. Fungal on the Marines. Wow, Beastie just gets completely annihilated. DIMAGA is running away with this game right now because he's winning every single battle. Oh, and the dropships get fungaled. The infested Terrans take out 2 dropships. Nicely done. He needs to repair these medevacs that are remaining. Getting out some... That's okay. Getting out some Vikings. That's kind of interesting. That could be to keep harassment from happening with the Mutalisks. If you kind of hover your Vikings above the turrets, they basically extend the range of the turrets. And now, see, Beastie has his planetary up, so now he's got a defensible position. This is the only reason why he's not out of this game at this point. This PF right now, yeah, he's behind in army count, but this PF is a nice spot where he can kind of siege up and have a forward position with which to push and be defensible, and he can kind of defend all of his bases from here as well. Random Zergling running around checking for extra bases, it looks like. But that is a ton of Zerglings. That is lots and lots and lots and lots of Zerglings. 84 Zerglings on the map! Jesus! 29 Banelings, a bunch of I'm sorry, I almost did Defilers. Infestors as well. Another drop picking off that new hatchery over here. And in the meantime, DIMAGA has taken this base, though. So, oh man. Talk about the Alamo. Those Marines are going to go down. The medevacs can get picked off as well. But that's exactly what he needs to do. He took out this base. He needs to keep DIMAGA's income down. 91 SCVs? What? Oh my goodness. That is actually a ton of SCVs. I just lost my BattleNet connection, so hopefully I can keep casting here. BattleNet's scheduled to go down tonight, but I didn't think it was going down tonight yet. Okay, there we go. Yep, I'm back on BattleNet apparently. Anyway, DIMAGA is going to lose some more drones over here. Nice drop. Beastie's being very, very effective with these drops. Mutalisks, actually not the Mutalisks, the Banelings are running back with some infestors. He needs to get out. Oh, barely catches the fungal. And he's going to put out some, oh, look at that. Nicely done. He actually drops the Marines out to soak up some Banelings. He figures, you know what, well, I'm fungaled anyways. I'm going to lose this stuff. I might as well use it to some advantage. So he drops the Marines out and draws in some of those Banelings. 90 SCVs, though. And he's mined out at this base. So that is 30 SCVs per base. He's got a little bit oversaturation there, basically. But it's okay. You know, well, actually, he's got major oversaturation because he's got too many units at that spot. Trying to draw those Zerglings into those siege tanks. Nice move. He needs to start cutting those numbers down. But yeah, he needs to, I mean, he might even want to just have a few SCVs out here to auto-repair tanks and stuff, because right now a lot of his SCVs aren't really doing anything because he's oversaturated at all of his bases at the moment. In the meantime, DIMAGA, interestingly, has only 63, and whoa! He is moving in for an attack here. A lot of speed Zerglings coming in. There's a lot of Marines there as well. I don't think this is going to go very well. Stim. Oh, but he comes in from the other side as well with massive fungal growth. Tons and tons of infested Terrans being spawned. Oh my god, that is a massive infested Terrans. It's infested Terrans trying to kill off the planetary fortress. The SCV's desperately trying to repair it. And with the fungal on the SCVs, it stops them all from repairing, kills off some of them. The planetary goes down to a mass of infested Terrans. There's so much going on the map. It's lagging my computer. I'm going to try and pause and clear this up. And we do get to watch these cute little infested Terrans burn as they waddle forward, adorably getting blown up. to smithereens. In any case, DIMAGA, I think, has this game clinched now. He's got a new base up here. He's got a new base going over here, although it is going to get taken out by this drop. That's kind of interesting. But critically, Beastie does not have this forward position anymore. He's going to try and land another command center there to try and take that position. But I don't know if he can really hold it. He doesn't have any of his siege tanks anymore. He was a little siege tank light in the first place. He's just playing like this is the campaign mission where the tons of infested Terrans just slowly attack you, and that drop is probably going to get taken out. Is he going to get away? Oh, is he going to fungal? Oh, he doesn't fungal it, actually. Takes out the hatchery, and a single mule is chasing it down. Looks like, oh man, double pronged. I didn't see him attacking both. I was like, I thought there was 2 medevacs there. But he actually went over and dropped 2 bases at once, taking out 2 hatcheries. Nicely done. And here's the thing, he's actually even in harvesters. He's actually even in harvesters because he lost those 30 harvesters. He lost 30 SCVs, but because he was so oversaturated, he was able to transfer from these empty bases. And actually, although this is his only mining base with those mules, he's got a pretty good income, though, rivaling that of DIMAGA at the moment. DIMAGA, like we saw, he's got even harvesters, so he's not fully saturated at any of these bases. He has so many more patches that he's actually doing better mining. And there is an Ultralisk. That is an Ultralisk, ladies and gentlemen. And he's producing more where that came from. Ghosts are in the mix as well, though. He's producing ghosts. That is kind of cool. We've seen recently some action with ghosts EMPing infestors, and that can be very effective. He's actually going to stim. He's going to try and get this to kill it off before it cancels. He doesn't cancel it. Wow. So does not cancel that, I don't think. And he's going to charge down here with his stim still on. Restim. He's going to take out these spine crawlers. Try and take out another base. Tons of units streaming in to try and take care of this. Fungal on those Marines. Can they target? No, they can't target anything down. There's just too few Marines there. And is he going to be able to get those medevacs out? Is he going to fungal again? He fungals again. Few infested Terrans dropping out are probably going to be able to take those out, especially with the fungal. Is he going to be able to? No. Fungals one more time. Beastie trying to take another base over here, though. The desperate Terran strategy of floating your orbitals over to other bases. Yeah, he's floated this one over. He's floated this one to here. He's trying to desperately take all these other bases. SCVs coming in are getting spotted by these Zerglings. Oh no, Marines are going to charge in here, but there's just not enough with all these infestors there. Oh, is he going to fungal the SCVs? He only gets one of the SCVs, doesn't get the whole train of SCVs. He is going to easily fungal and baneling those Marines, though. Not going to have that location. And Beastie does take this base, though. No SCVs over here, but he's going to start landing mules at that location. And he has gotten this back up with a planetary fortress, actually. Super oversaturated. Oh my god, a fungal bomb would be so effective right there. He could kill so many SCVs. Wow. Wow. Level 3 infantry armor going up for the Terran player, for Beastie. However, chitinous plating is going up, and neural parasite being researched for the Zerg player. That is just scary. That is just scary. He's already got 3-3 on these guys. He's going to get the level 6 armor on his Ultralisks, and it is a good thing that he has +3 on these Marines already, because otherwise they'd be doing virtually no damage. As it stands, once he gets that 6 armor, they're going to be doing virtually no damage anyway. I'm surprised he didn't cast a bunch of infested Terrans to try and take that orbital out. That's kind of interesting. So the orbital is not going to be able to mine, though, at the very least. Another drop's going to be coming around here. This is the key strategy for Terrans. If you're behind as a Terran, this is what you got to do. You got to drop everywhere, because usually you're more mobile than well, either Zerg or Protoss, and with those medevacs. And as long as they don't catch it. And here he comes in with a lot of Ultras, though. Marines standing in the front get baneling. Oh my god, an absolute massacre. Ghosts in the mix do not get anything off. Tons and tons of Ultralisks rampaging in. He's repairing with like 70 SCVs, but those SCVs are just a smorgasbord for these Ultralisks going to work on the planetary fortress, and it's gonna go down. The SCVs get cleaned up as well. Oh my gosh. Orbital over here is gonna have to lift. Takes out that planetary. In the meantime, that drop did go down. Didn't do nearly as much damage as he needed it to do. Over here, not even going to take out that hatchery. I think this Ultralisk is probably going to take those guys out before they... Oh, no, actually, hatchery's down to 200. Nope, not quite going to be enough. And here comes the killing blow. Ultralisks barreling down the front door of Beastie. GG coming from Beastie. DIMAGA takes game 1. And this is a best of series. So, wow. This is not even over yet. An epic first game to this series. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was awesome. Thanks very much for watching. Let's move on to game 2.